The spring market is finally here, but you wouldn't know it by looking at the numbers because sales are stuck, inventory is exploding, and confidence, well, let's just say it's on pause. We just saw one of the slowest marches in over 15 years across the Fraser Valley. 15 years. Let that sink in for a second. And no, it's not just about interest rates here. That's not the only thing to blame. There's a standoff that's happening between buyers and sellers right now. And global pressure from things like the US tariffs is only making things worse. Prices are up slightly. Sales are way down and inventory is piling sky high. So what does all this mean if you're planning to buy or sell this year? Well, in this video, I'm going to break it all down. But first, if you're new to this channel, my name is Glen Hopkins, and I create videos all about Canadian real estate, especially around my market of Vancouver and the Fraser Valley area. So if that is something you're interested in, please be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and that way you're not going to miss out on any of my upcoming videos. Also, if you would like my help with either buying or selling a home, there is a link in the description box below where you can schedule a call with me. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about what's actually happening out there right now. We just wrapped up March, and let me tell you, this is the slowest start to a spring market that we have seen in over 15 years. And that's no exaggeration. The Fraser Valley Real Estate Board has reported just 1,036 home sales last month. And yes, that is a 13% bump over February. But when you zoom out and compare to last year, well, we are still 26% down. And compared to the 10-year average for March, we're nearly 50% below. Now that's a big drop, especially when you consider the spring market is normally the busiest season of the year. So what's going on here? Well, we're seeing this weird standstill in the market right now, and a big part of that is economic uncertainty, especially around those US tariffs that are constantly in the headlines. You know, they're putting this pressure on our broader economy, and as a result, people are becoming more hesitant. You know, sellers, they don't want to drop their prices too much. You know, they've got this number in their mind, and they're sticking to it. But on the other side, buyers are dealing with tighter lending conditions. And so even if they want to buy, in many cases, they either can't qualify for what they used to be able to qualify for, or they are just not willing to stretch themselves. So it's like a standoff where sellers, they're holding firm, while buyers, they're pulling back. And that's what's dragging sales down. Now, here's where things get interesting. Even though sales are low, inventory is through the roof. New listings, they jumped 22% in March compared to February, hitting 3,800. That's a pretty big surge, making the total active listings right now 9,219. That is 49% higher than what we saw last March, and a full 59% above the 10-year seasonal average. So there is a ton of supply on the market right now. And with all that choice and fewer buyers, the sales to active listing ratio is sitting at 11%. So just to give you an idea, some context here, a balanced market is typically somewhere between 12 and 20%. And anything under that is considered a buyer's market. So yes, we are currently in a buyer's market. So if you're in the market to buy, this could be a great opportunity for you because you've got options and you've also got time on your side. And of course, you might even be able to negotiate. Now, as for how long things are sitting on the market, not surprisingly, things are taking a little bit longer to sell. Detached homes are currently averaging 31 days on the market. Condos are sitting at about 33 days, and townhouses are moving just a little bit faster at 27 days on average. So while things are still moving, they're definitely not flying off the shelf. All right, now before I get to the actual sales prices, would you do me a quick favor? Go ahead, hit that like button, okay? It just takes a second, but it's gonna help me push this video out to other people like you who are looking for this information. Okay, so that's said and done. Let's look at where the benchmark prices are for March. Now, detached homes, they are currently at $1,505,500. That is up 0.4% from February, but it's down 1.2% from this same time last year. Looking at townhomes, they're currently sitting at $833,700, which is up 0.5% month over month, but it is down 1.7% year over year. And then looking at condos, they're currently sitting at $540,900. Again, up 0.5% over February, but down 2.6% from March 2024. So prices, they are nudging up month over month, even though sales are soft. And that's mostly because sellers are resisting price drops. They're holding off and they're hoping that the market is going to swing back in their favor. Now, that doesn't mean that the market is rebounding just yet, but it definitely doesn't mean it's falling off the cliff either. So here's the reality. Without all of the global economic noise about tariffs and upcoming elections, we'd probably be seeing a classic spring surge right now. But with the way things are right now, with fixed interest rates where they are and, outside factors like tariffs impacting business confidence, a lot of people are just taking a step back. And this kind of market, it creates a lot of confusion for people. Sellers, they don't know whether to wait or whether they should reduce their prices. While buyers, on the other hand, are wondering if now is the right time to jump in. But here's the thing. This is the Fraser Valley market as a whole. And what's happening in Abbotsford might look completely different from what's happening in, Langley or Surrey. So even from one neighborhood to the next, things can look a lot different. So if you do want to know what's going on in your specific area, feel free to book a call with me using the link below in the description. And what we can do is we can hop on a call and I can break down all of the numbers for you in your specific city or neighborhood. And I can help you figure out whether or not this is a good time for you to make a move. And if you're thinking about making a move this spring, whether buying or selling, you're going to want to keep a close eye on what happens next. Because the big question is, will sellers start adjusting their prices, or will lower rates bring more buyers back into the game? The decisions that are made in the next couple of weeks could really shape how the rest of the year plays out. So if you want to stay ahead of it, be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on my next update.